Welcome back to another episode of Bagged Milk. I'm your host, Brian Bridges. And well, fuck. Already just foul-mouthed? Already foul-mouthed? That's what kind of podcast you just tuned into. This podcast right here, this episode, almost wasn't going to happen. This is a nighttime episode. Now, if you follow Bagged Milk, you know there's not too many nighttime episodes. We do this in the day, crush it out, blah, blah, blah. If I get busy as shit, nighttime episode. This is one of those. I'm going flat out. Flat out. If you're a flat earther, you know flat out. It's a bit crazy out there. I just don't even know anymore. I don't know if I'm coming, going, up, down, left, right. I'm overwhelmed. I got too much. Too much to do, not enough time to do it. Everyone wants a piece of me. Everyone wants a piece of the B-man. Get a piece of the bagged milk. But I can't handle it all. I can't even handle my own. Oh, I hit the fucking mic. Man, I'm literally flat out. I got my own job. I got side business. I got podcasts. I got fucking family. It's just go, 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 gadget arm. Fuck. Damn, that didn't work out either. And it's never going to stop. Never going to stop. You know why? Well, I'm poor. That's why. Sucks being poor. And I found out I'm going to get poor. That sucks. I'm literally getting poorer every year. My wage doesn't go up. And inflation keeps going up. So butt fucking, I'm going to lose money every fucking year. That sucks, bro. Inflation. And who's at fault for that? Government. Government and their good ways. I'm going to take a sip. Espresso. Even though it's a late one, we're still hitting the espresso like it's a fucking crotch up in here. You know what it is. Well, speaking of government, why not? It's fucking that time here in Canada. That time. It's go time. Now, when you hear this, when this podcast releases, it may be already too late. It's probably already too late right now as we sit. This is the day before, well, the recording. I'm recording the day before the Canadian election. Now, big news, man. Big fucking news. Now, if you're not from here, probably don't give a shit. Well, you might should, because it might affect your country. Who knows? I think the way this is going to shake out is basically business as usual. But you're like, well, that's not bad. No, business as usual sucked. It's getting worse. You keep the same guy in power, we're fucked. But it is what it is. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. If he can trick enough people to vote for him, then he gets to win. That's how politics work. If you can trick enough people to vote for you, you win. That's democracy. Fucking shitty democracy, but whatever. And that's what he's doing. He's tricked enough people. So, I guess he deserves to win. That's enough. That's the way democracy works. But, hopefully, some people woke the fuck up. This is the way I'm seeing it. This is the way I'm seeing it. Now, if you're in Canada, you'll know we have like fucking 5 parties. 2 majors, red and blue, hashtag anything but red and blue. You know that's going on. Go strong, hashtag anything red and blue. Why? Because established fucking politicians. Those are all the long-term established ones. All those fringe parties, the other 3s or 4s, they're not as established. They're not as corrupted yet. Not as corrupted. I didn't say they weren't corrupted. Not as corrupted. And cool thing here, we actually have, well, we have 3 lefts, 4 lefts. I don't know, man. We have a lot of left parties up here. Because over the many moons, we just keep going that way. That's the way your vote keeps pushing it. Every time you vote for the top 2, you're just pushing your vote further and further left. Now, that's fine if you like it that way. You'd be like, that's good. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, cool. Keep voting that way. But for someone that doesn't want to vote that way, if you're interested, you can't keep voting for the same 2. Because one just copycats the other. If the cons are winning with fucking liberal politics, then the liberals are going to go more liberal. They'll be like, well, if you're going to do lockdowns, we'll do even bigger lockdowns. And if the liberals are doing it, the cons will start doing it. They'll be like, oh, they're winning votes. They're winning votes because of lockdowns and vaccine passports and shutting down businesses. Well, we'll agree to that too. We don't give a fuck. Whatever you guys want, we'll agree to it. If you want those liberal politics, we'll agree. And they're like, wait, no, that's probably not what you want, but you're just trying to get in on those votes. And then everyone's like, look, man, every year, we can't split the vote. You have to vote for these 2, because if you vote for any other ones besides these 2, you could allow the other one to win. So everyone just keeps voting for these 2, and you just keep moving lefter and lefter and lefter. Okay, sure, if that's what you want. But instead of being like, we can't split the vote. Can't split the vote. Split the fucking vote. Split it all to hell. I've talked about it. Yeah, I know. But this is important because it's fucking tomorrow. I've talked about it before, and we're going to talk about it again. This is important, and it's tomorrow. Or it's already too late. It's already too late, but still. Hopefully you got out there and you fucking crushed it with your vote. It is what it is. Because if you just vote for these 2 because of the other one, well, they're just mirroring each other's policies. You're not going to get any further ahead. Never. This is the way you look at it over time, and they just keep dropping it. Like at the first of COVID, cons. Conservatives, cons. They were like, no, man, we would never lock down businesses and shut her down. Weeks later, shut her the fuck down. Shut her all down. Then here in Alberta alone, our own Alberta Premier, Jason Kenney, JK. They got a picture with that man. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm still proud of the picture. He's a big politician. I don't give a fuck. He's a useless tit, as most politicians are, but it's like a small-time celebrity almost. It's on TV and stuff. So, pretty cool picture. Still a useless tit, but whatever. But I don't even know what I'm going on with now. Jason Kenney, he even said, I got video. He even said, I should post it. If I can, I will. I've seen it. It's on Instagram. The news, they reported it, are right-wing news, because we don't have any government-funded right-wing news, and I hate even saying right-wing news. There is no news that even if you say right-ish things, you won't get funded. So that news doesn't exist. Yeah, I know. We're in a fucking lockdown country. Bam, bam, lock it down, news and all. Anyway, JK, Jason Kenney, said he would never bring in a vaccine passport. He doesn't even know what that is, he said. I don't even know what that is. A vaccine passport? That sounds weird. And he said it would, from the sounds of it, would actually be against your human rights. So I would never bring that in. Guess what? Bam, bam, bam! Alberta's got vaccine passports up in here. That's right. That's right. We got them. You want them? We got them. Vaccine passports. You get a vaccine passport. You get a vaccine passport. And you get a vaccine passport. Fuck yeah. You can't go anywhere. Oh, wait. No, wait. We can't. Because this vaccine passport is stupid. Stupid. So, the week before vaccine passports came out, there was a little slump and uptick in vaccine takers. Everyone was like starting to figure out what's left is like, I don't know, man. It seems kind of bullshit. It's not really working. We had 0% of people vaccinated last year. And now we have almost 84% with a single dose and 77% with a double dose. And we have more cases than we ever did. It's almost like, that's bullshit. But anyway, Kenny was like, no vaccine passports, no nothing. I ain't fucking around. But we got them. We got them, boy. So, here's the trick, though. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. So we had that point. We had a slow uptick in vaccines that week. I think it was like literally 0.1% of new people got vaccinated that week. Of what was left over, right? Of what was left over. 0.1%. So like maybe one person walked in. I don't fucking know. After Kenny announced, you can't do this and you can't do that without having your vaccine passport. There was like an uptick of like 30%. What? Man, I have friends that were like, never, ever. There's no way they're putting that poison in my body. Some of these guys are all like conspiracy nuts. They're like, that's got the 5G. The Bill Gates is fucking gonna leak that shit in me. And I'm like, you're fucking nuts, bro. I just don't want it because I already had it. I think I'm pretty good at safe. I feel like I'm safe. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll get it again and fucking hit me hard and kill me. Maybe. But again, that's my right. I feel like it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? I have that choice. If I want to drink a fucking bottle of bleach right now, that's on me, bro. That's on me. I know it'll kill me. No one fucking charges a guy for here. Do you get charged? Yeah, you might be able to get charged for suicide. I don't fucking know. It's just all fucked up. All fucked up. All fucked up. No vaccine passports. We got them. We got them. Fucking boom, boom, boom. Everyone's losing their shit. Because either, the Prime Minister himself has made sure that this is a complete division, because when he gets on stand and every single speech it's them versus us, they are making this worse for us. Those unvaccinated, those fucking gross lepers are fucking dragging us all down. Them. It's not me. I didn't do anything wrong to the Prime Minister. I fucking handled this correctly. The country leader. Look to those 30% or 20% of less of people. Those 20%, that very low percent of people is fucking up you 80%. Like, wait a second. That math doesn't seem right. That's not working it at all, Mr. Trudeau. It's almost like you're full of shit. It's almost like you're full of shit and trying to fucking divide a country to get more votes. Us against them? That sounds pretty bad. Us against them. I remember another time when they said us against them. Some bad times. You know, what I see all the time is people be like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I gotta put my foot down. I gotta stand up. And I gotta say, this is atrocious. That some people are comparing this to like the Holocaust. And I'm like, what? How so? They're like, that was an atrocity committed against genocide against a human. It should never be compared to that. I'm like, you can compare an apple to the Holocaust if you want to. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's a comparison. Many times, people have used extreme examples to be like, do you fucking get it? You imagine using a very, very subtle example. You'd be like, I don't get it. Are you trying to be subtle? That's like very, very vague what you just said. Could you use a more extreme example to kind of prove your point? And you'd be like, no, I can't, actually. It's been frowned upon to use extreme examples because how dare you? How dare you warn of these atrocities of past and use them in current events that potentially it could happen again? How dare people? The audacity to use old world events to describe current world events in an extreme fashion to kind of wake people up. How dare they? Aren't they thinking of the children? They're not. They're not thinking of the children at all. That's another one. So many people are like, how could you not want to save your children? Stick them with the vaccine. I'm like, what? Wait a second. What? Do you have children? Some people don't, and they don't get it. Just stick your kids with the vaccine. You want to be a good parent, don't you? Stick them with the vaccine. You're like, whoa, bro. They just barely pulled themselves out of an experimental study. And that was because only enough people screamed out that this isn't FDA or fucking whatever the Canada's regulated fucking medical system is. Garbage, I imagine. It wasn't regulated. Then the next thing you know, they're like, fuck it, regulated. That'll get people a vaccine. And then the next week, it's fucking regulated. And then everyone's like, wow. Honestly, though, who gives a fuck? Because the FDA regulates poisonous chemicals all the fucking time. There's countless examples of times the FDA just was like, yeah, go ahead, use that. Put that in your food. And other countries are like, whoa. That's been proven cancerous. FDA is like, shut the fuck up. We make money off this. And you're like, oh, that's what America is. It's not so much about what can kill you. It's kind of like when you recall a car, when you get a car recall, they know it's going to kill X amount of people. But is it worth it to haul them back in and fix it all? What's the bigger cost here? Is it worth it to haul them back in and fix them all? Or just let a few people die and pay with the lawsuits? That's just these cancerous chemicals. Are they going to find out and are they going to sue? Is they going to be like, well, they get cancer. Be like, yeah, but do they know it's from my food? Is it from my product or from the many products? It's probably from the many. Yeah, it's got to be. I don't know, man. It's all fucking corrupt up in here. All corrupt. You heard it here first. All corrupt. No one else knew that this is all fucking corrupt. You heard it here first. Bag Milk's breaking the fucking story. Rebel news up in here. Speaking of, more. This is it. Like I said, we only have X amount of independent news stations. News stations? Is that even a thing? News outlets? Media? Yeah. We only have a few. Few independent. And any that have been, questioned. We had the debates, the prime minister debates, whatever you want to call them. They're not presidential. And they wouldn't let those guys in. We talked about this before. They fucking had to sue to get in. And then no one would talk to them. Nobody. The only one person that would talk to them is the guy they wouldn't let at debate. Isn't that funny? The one person they wouldn't let at debate because he's against lockdowns, thingamajiggers, vaccines, mandates, vaccine passports, all this fucking crazy stuff that's going on. All the super woke culture. And he's very public about it. And at first everyone was like, nah, man. Nah, he's too far right. He's too far right. And I'm like, whoa, but that's what your conservatives used to be. That's exactly what they used to be. And then you just kept going left. That's what happened. So they got in contact with him. Maxime Bernier. He got in contact, Rebel News got in contact with Maxime Bernier. He's the only one that has supported this fucking news thing. This news, social media? No. Media outlet? Yes. Because they're reporting on across the board. And nobody was like, no, we can't acknowledge you. And you're like, why? And you're like, oh, because you're telling the truth. You're like, we don't like that. We don't like that one bit. We don't like that. You might stir up enough Canadians and get support behind a guy that doesn't want vaccine passports, vaccine mandates, because the rest of these guys all want that. Well, what if you don't? And your vote's unheard? What if you don't want businesses destroyed and stuff? You're supposed to just vote for one of those guys anyway when it's that important of an issue? When it's that important of an issue. The whole fucking reason this election got called is because Trudeau says this is about COVID. He said it. He's literally said it. This is about COVID. And your path forward. And what we went through the last fucking 2 years. And what we need to go through over the next 2 years or fucking 17 years, as he said, because he's dictator now. He's calling the fucking shots for the next 17 years, he thinks. And that's what this election is about. Is what we're going to do for the next little while for pandemics and shit and COVID. But when every single fucking party member has the exact same fucking plan, because they all just copied the plan of the fucking prime minister because, well, he handed out all the money and he's fucking in the eyes of the poor and everybody that got that money, the king of the kings. So, in order to be king and kings, you have to agree to that same policy. Some people are going to be like, you motherfucker, you're going to take my money away? Whoa. Old JT here is fucking loading up the bank. You want to take my money away and put me back to work? You fucking retarded? So the rest just play ball. They're like, yeah, we'll fucking lock you down. You like that? You fucking like lockdowns, you little fucking slut? Yeah, we'll lock you down so fucking hard. Yeah, you like that fucking lockdown? Yeah, get that in you. You want that fucking vaccine? Take two. Make it hurt. Fuck yeah. Oh, fucking getting all worked up now. Yeah, fucking good old vaccines. Slide it in. Slide. Ooh, too deep. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Fuck, I love vaccines. But you can't even decide. You weren't allowed to hear the debates on anybody against any of that stuff. You're like, whoa. If this is only about COVID, this election is about COVID, but you won't allow, Prime Minister, you won't allow because, well, he controls the media because, well, he funds the media, and he tried to keep the only party out that would say anything against those things, and, like, the only party, as in the PPC, the People's Party of Canada, in case you didn't know, the People's Party of Canada, they kept them out, and he kept out the news outlet that would also speak out against those things. So where's the decision here? Where's the choice? Where's the democracy that we were promised during this election? Fucking bullshit, bro. It's all the same. Right across the board. You look at all the major issues through the Conservative Party, the Liberal Party, the New Democrat Party, NDP, fuck, even the Green Party. All the same. And then you got the Bloc Québécois. That don't matter. He don't care. That guy don't even give a shit. All he cares about is Quebec. He's even said in the debate, I don't care. They asked him questions about ruling Canada, and he said, well, I'm not in the business of running Canada. I'm in the business of promoting Quebec and holding strong to our French nation. That's it. They're French nationalists. That's it. It's cool, I guess. You want to hold the French heritage? That's Canada, bro. I guess, whatever. They want to hold that for their heritage forever? That's it. But that's their only business, is to promote Quebec and have seats in Parliament. Well, if you voted the way you were supposed to, that would gain seats in Parliament for your party instead of going, well, red or blue. Well, that's just going to keep those two fucking swinging dicks forever. And then your party that you had actual beliefs in gets fucked. And then you don't see any change because you don't have any say in Parliament. Because you didn't vote for those guys. You're a piece of shit. You fucked up. You fucked up, Ricky. Dundilio. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You gotta vote. You gotta vote, and you gotta not worry about this split the vote bullshit. Like, when it comes down to it, we're probably going to get another liberal minority government, which, if you don't know, that was a liberal minority government that we just had, still have, because the election's not over. Will be by the time you hear this. But liberal minority government means they didn't have enough seats to have a majority government, and basically the NDP backs all their say. They can't do anything without someone else's say. And the NDP's like, yeah, we'll lick your boots. You want your boots shined? Well, you lick our boots, and we'll lick your boots. And the Cons are like, fuck. We'll lick some boots. And they're like, yeah, we don't like you, though. And he'd be like, but I'm a good boot licker. That's what I feel like now at this point in time. It's as if you were a loyal conservative, and you'd be like, yeah, I'm a loyal conservative. And you'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever the party says, I'm just gonna fucking do it. And you're still in that boat, even though you're like, early on, you're like, no vaccine passports, no this, no that, freedom. And now all of a sudden you're like, yeah, man, vaccine passports. Cons rule. Whatever they say, you gotta vote blue or we're gonna get Trudeau again. Well, you're a cuck. That's all you are. You're a conservative cuck. You might as well let the fucking conservative fuck your wife and then just go vote liberal. It's the same fucking thing. So you're just voting liberal. You're a bootlicker. You're a conservative bootlicker. You're not paying any attention to the party whatsoever. What they're actually fucking saying or doing. You're just like, conservative, not liberal. You're a fucking idiot. I don't know, man. I'm an idiot too. It's okay. You're in good company. Don't get all mad. Fuck. I'm just saying. You know, I was almost down there. I was follow every party. I voted almost for every party at one point or another. And they're all fucking idiots. I follow them all. They're all fucking liars. And I'm sure People's Party of Canada, also fucking liars. But there's what you got. If that's what you want, if you don't want vaccine passports, you don't want this or that, you almost have to. Or you're just being a cuck. I know you see it all the time. Don't split the vote. You split the vote. It's not going to matter. You get 4 years, the same fucking shit. And then next time they'd be like, hey guys, we can't split the vote. And like, we do this every fucking year. Every year. So instead of maybe just saying don't split the vote, don't split the vote then. Put it all into the one basket that's actually different. And show that, hey country, we're paying attention. We're paying attention. We're awake now. You want woke? Oh, we're fucking awake. Jesus, fuck Murphy. You want the pendulum to swing? We'll kick it back. OT. OD. Overdrive. I'm getting sick of this whole fucking thing anyway, man. Whole thing. It's all COVID. It's all COVID. All the time. Now, I'm sick of anti-vax. The word anti-vax. You're an anti-vaxxer. You're a piece of shit anti-vaxxer. Well, bro, you got the vaccine and then complained about symptoms online? Are you trying to deter people from getting the vaccine, you piece of shit? Are you an anti-vaxxer? You're like, bro, I got the vaccine. No, you're an anti-vaxxer. You're trying to fucking deter people away. You don't tell them you got sick for a fucking week after getting the vaccine and it made your arm go numb for 3 days. Don't fucking tell people that. Don't tell people that you almost got a heart attack, angina, fuck, lymphoma. I don't know, man. I'm just making stuff up now. But don't tell people that because you might look like an anti-vaxxer even though you got it. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anti-vax, I feel like, is a myth. Is there really any fucking person out there that is actually full-on anti-vax? Like, I mean, there's probably some, but they're also in the same club as, like, flat earthers and shit. Unicorns and fucking fairy dust. Like, really, though? I don't know a single person that doesn't have one vaccine. That doesn't have almost every vaccine that is out there. But all of a sudden, this one comes in, and you don't want it because of some sketchy shit, and you're an anti-vaxxer. Bro, that's a myth! There's no such thing as anti-vaxxers. Like, super rare. Super motherfucking rare. It's like, it's rarer than a racist. Like, I know people are using that card too. Racist this, racist that. There's not that many fucking pure out racists. You can tell a racist joke, that doesn't make you a racist. You'd be like, that damn guy over there, he cut me off. He's a shitty driver. And he might be Asian. And you'd be like, fucking figures. Doesn't make you a racist. Same as this fucking shit here. Just because you don't take this one vaccine doesn't make you anti-vax. And I see it all the time on Facebook. Same as the whole, I'm sick of the Holocaust. Same motherfucking thing. So many people virtue signaling. I am so sick of these anti-vaxxers. They need to just shut up and take the jab to protect their community. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this day one? Are you still under the assumption that this vaccine is going to help your neighbor? Stop it. Just goddamn stop it. Think. It's been said time and time again. Look at all these people with vaccines getting it from other people with vaccines. And they'll be like, well, it's going to lessen the effects if you get the vaccine. No, it'll lessen my effects if I get the vaccine. It doesn't lessen your effects if I get the vaccine. People are like, well, it might because your antibodies are higher. No, mine again. Mine. Not yours. When it leaves, it don't care. It's not, I didn't create a new virus to spit on you. It's the same virus. I beat a little bit of it up, but the same one, you can get full effect. It won't matter if I have the fucking vaccine or not. Ridiculous. And there's so many people, I keep saying it over and over and over. So many people are saying, if we keep pushing vaccines upon people that already have healthy antibodies, we're going to get vaccine resilient strains. And now we have all these vaccines out there, more cases than ever. Is that what happened? I have no idea because I'm a fucking idiot. I'm an angry idiot. Beautiful fucking hair. But we won't go there. It's all a shit show, man. Antivax. You're an anti-vaxxer. Oh my God, are you serious? No, man. I looked into it. I did my research. I didn't. Did I do all the medical papers? No. I followed all the stories of all the things, of all the anecdotals and all the fucking things, and I put it all together. And I make my own assessment. Same as everybody else. And if they did that, and they took it, I don't give a fuck. So many people, every time they ask me, hey, you vaxxed? Which, hey, are you circumcised? Shut the fuck up. Unless you really, really know me, don't ask if I'm vaxxed. None of your cocksucking fucking business, hustler. None of you. Does your vagina smell? Are you oozing pus? Eh? Did you get your pussy lips trimmed up? Hanging off down to your fucking, out your thighs? Did you get that Subway meat cut down? Hey, I won't ask about your medical procedures anymore. You don't ask about mine, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Fucking anti-vax. Anti-vax. Don't even know. Don't even know what that means. It's a myth. There's no such thing. Just go. Just go and get the vax, man. You're an anti-vaxxer. I got all my vaccines. All of them. Except for this one. Because this is fucked up. So many people. Like I said before, so many people, friends, that were like, no, I'll never get it. They're getting it. They're getting it. Because they're scared now. They're scared. Even though if some people have gotten it recently that I know, and now they want to go out and get the vaccine right the fuck away. I'm like, bro, your antibodies are probably the highest they will be right now. That is absolutely how we get vaccine resilient strains. When you have the highest antibodies and you're like, let's send in a foreign body to attack a vaccine. You're like, wait a second. That sounds like it's going to be all fucked up. And you're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Everyone's got to get the jab. If I got to get it, everyone's got to get it. Protect your community or you're a piece of shit. You're like, whoa, bro. No, it's not about that. It hasn't been about that in a long time. Everyone thinks it's still about that. If you don't wear your mask, you're a piece of shit. Everyone's wearing them. No one gives a shit. Like, there's the odd few. Stop bitching about it. No one gives a shit. No one mostly gives a shit. Like, anytime I go anywhere for business, I'm like, hey, man, I got my mask. You want me to wear it? Nope. Please don't. Please don't. I will tell people to take it off. I'm like, nah, man, take that shit off. It's fucking ridiculous. You look stupid. But I don't care. I'll wear it inside of a store. Doesn't bother me. Everyone's like losing their shit. There's too many people freaking the fuck out. I've never once seen anyone freak out over a mask. Never. Not that I'm out or not out a lot, but I've never ever seen anyone freak out. It's a myth. It's like Antivax and Antifa and Biden supporters. It's all a myth, bro. I don't even know. Speaking of Biden, well, not Biden, this whole election thing again. I think Biden helped sponsor this election. This election is brought to you by Joe Biden because Trudeau's going to win same fucking way. That's right. We brought in mail-in voting. Fuck yeah. Beep, beep, beep. And we're going to take days to count that shit. And we're going to make sure they're all liberal votes because Apparently, right wingers don't know how to use the fucking mailing system. I don't even know how. Like, you got to do stamps and shit? I don't know, man. It's all complicated. What do you got to do? Like, apparently, right wingers are so stupid you can't figure out how to fucking lick an envelope or something. Check a box, send it back. Apparently, leftists are fucking super smart. They know how to work that shit. Right wingers? Apparently they don't. That's what they say, is that right wingers just don't vote. And I'm like, vote by mail. And I'm like, wait a second. I feel like right wingers would be the one that would vote the most, mail or not. They feel like their votes like that's their thing. That's their thing. Whereas the lefts are kind of like, we'll get to it. And then they're like overslept. And you're like, ah, shit, I missed the election. And you're like, yeah, bro, that was 3 weeks ago. And you're like, oh, yeah, right. Fuck. I was too busy not working. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. You go through a lot of days. You don't even know what fucking day it is when you're not working. It just doesn't matter. A Monday's a Friday. A Saturday's a fucking Tuesday. Who cares, man? Get drunk whenever you want. It's Mardi Gras. Fuck yeah. Woo! Send me my CERB check. Do they still do those things? I don't even know, man, because I've been working this whole goddamn time. Not taking in free money. Not that I'm opposed to free money. I'll take some free money. That's the thing they say. So what's easy for rich people to do but hard for poor people to do? Take money for the government, bro. Rich people love that shit. They have no problems taking money from the government. Poor people, they're just like, they're like, just go on welfare. And they're like, I don't know, man. I'll fucking starve a little bit. And they're like, just take the free money. And I don't know. Most people are like, they kind of feel bad. It's like, Rich is like, hey, motherfucker, I'll sign up for welfare. You give it to me. Hey. Even some of these companies, when first COVID broke out, you remember? There were some of these companies, man, they were filing for COVID relief. Big ass companies, supposed to be for small business. Big ass companies like, I don't give a fuck. You giving them free money and not checking? We'll take that. No worries all day. They don't give a fuck, man. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me either. That's a good country song, I think. Maybe. I don't fucking know, man. We're losing it up in here. We're losing it. What if we run out? This could be it, man. If I keep getting overwhelmed like I'm getting, could be no more bag milk. I know Robbie, Out of the Blank Podcast, shout out Robbie, keeps bugging me to do, he's not bugging me, he keeps asking me to do podcasts, and I'd love to. That's my boy Rob. I'd love to fucking sit down and shoot shit. Man, I barely have enough time to do this podcast. I'm almost missing out on this podcast. This almost never came to be. I'm too goddamn busy. I almost had to put it off. And I'm like, I might not do it. I might not have a chance. I might have to miss this week. And then finally, I got the hour. I'm like, fuck it. I'll crush it out right quick. Here we are, just crushing out fucking bag milk. Bag milk. Speaking of, my boy Hemi 5.7, he fucking hits me up with the fucking 1-2s. He says to me, holy fuck, man. I get it now. I'm in Ontario. Now, if you don't know, Ontario is our biggest province in Canada. It's considered an East Coast province. Bag milk sold on the East Coast of Canada. Figured it all out, he says. Now I know why you call it bag milk, because you're from the East Coast. That's kind of the reason. I let him go with that. But I couldn't believe that he's never actually heard of bag milk. It still blows my mind that people have never heard of bag milk. Hey, bros. Bros listening? If you didn't know that bagged milk actually is a thing, not just the name of the pod, Slit your wrist. Shut her down. You can't hang no more. No, serious. I just get baffled. I grew up with it my whole life. I'm sure you have something in your life that you grew up with it the whole time. And when someone was like, you say it and someone's like, what's that? And you just look at them like, what the fuck? Is this clown serious? No, you fucking punking me, right? Ashton! Bullshit. Nah. There's got to be something, right? Always that something. Always that something. Sim simmery, sim simmeroo. Sim sim simmery. I don't have a fucking lighter. Oh my Lord, lifting Jesus, jumping Jehoshaphat's. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, Papa? Papa! Papa! What are we gonna do? I got a lighter, don't you worry. I always come preppered. I always come preppered. I'm so fucking booked. Booked up. Busy, overwhelmed. But that's good. The business is doing good, man. Doing fucking fantastic. I'm booking like 2 weeks out. Fuck yeah. Because your boy's a superstar. He's like the best of the best. Actually, I get pretty scared sometimes, man. I get super anxious doing side jobs. Well, if I fuck up at work, if I have material and shit and I fuck it up, I don't give a fuck. I just go get more. Oh, I fucked up that wire? I'll go get more and I'll run a new one. And it doesn't matter how long it takes me. But if I'm making a side job and I fuck up a wire, I'm fucked. I have to pay for that. I might have to burn their house down, pay for that. Scary shit, bro. That's what I get like. Get all worried and shit. Get anxiety. I swear I lose weight. I don't like it. I don't like it. Ooh. Now listen. This is also. Now listen. Now listen. The cat's pissing. No, but like for the fucking. Oh my god. Am I gonna have to poop again? Remember last week? I had to cut her fucking short. Right in the middle, I had to poop a loop. I almost had to do the same thing right before this podcast started. I was going to start the podcast and I was like, oh, is that a wet fart? Oh no, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one might have been wet. That 5 might have been wet. Holy fuck. Wow. That's bad. That's bad. That was a bad one. I think it was a mix of all the nuts and eggs today. I had a lot of eggs today. And I had some extra nuts because I wanted to. Because I fucking can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. Do you do what you want? Do you wear your Crocs sport mode or fucking cruise control? This is the way I figure this fucking vaccine shit. I cannot stop talking about it. It's everywhere, though. Everywhere. Everyone's hit me up. I'm literally like a fucking leper. I'm like a leper. But I said it like this. This is what it's like. If you look up like the top 10 biggest criminal fines of all time, most of them are pharmaceutical companies. Now, these are criminal fines. That means they've been charged with a criminal offense and then fined. Huh. So they're criminals. Okay, cool. Everyone's like, you gotta trust the pharma. Big pharma wouldn't lie. These studies are being peer-reviewed across the board. No one would lie about this, except for the fact that if you do say anything bad against it, that you're fucking labeled a cocksucker and fucking shunned from all communities. So why would you say something bad against these companies? Oh yeah, you wouldn't, because you'd be shunned. So you got these criminal companies, these big pharma fucking companies. All criminals. Everyone's saying trust them. You gotta trust them. The government says trust them. Now this is where I get it. Sometimes I'm like, everyone's like, this is a big government conspiracy to fucking bring us all down and fucking deplete the numbers of the people Bill Gates is after us. And I'm like, maybe. Who knows, really? But all I know, for fucking sure, is Big Pharma is corrupt and government is stupid. So when you got those two things playing out, when one's corrupt and the other's stupid, it's very easy to lead them by the hand. Know what I'm saying? So if you're corrupt as fuck, you're a criminal, you're smart, you're smooth, you've done this a bunch of times. And typically with criminals, I don't know if you know this, hold on. Typically with criminals, you get better, not worse. Okay? You learn how to not get caught. That's always the case almost. Almost always. So, you can believe that all these pharmaceutical companies have turned over a new fucking leaf. A new lease on life. We're gonna save humanity. We're actually not in this for profit. We're in this to save humanity. Okay. Maybe. Because, some criminals, they do turn a new leaf. Absolutely. But most don't. And it's okay, you can trust some. But I mean, if you're going to trust a criminal, would you want to trust them with the exact same thing they were charged for? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if I knew a guy was charged with being a pedophile, now, potentially, I could trust him with, I don't know, mowing my lawn. You're like, yeah, okay, sure, I guess. If you want to fucking retrust criminals, don't trust them with the thing they were charged with. So I could try to trust them with mowing my lawn. But I would not fucking absolutely trust them with babysitting my kids. Makes perfect sense. So why would you trust a pharmacy company that keeps lying about his pharmacies or his pharmaceuticals with more pharmaceuticals? You know what? I don't trust that pharmacy company. Those pharmaceuticals have killed a lot of people. But they did just make this new pharmaceutical. So I'm going to take that one and try it out. Just in case. All those other examples were wrong. What? Are you fucking serious? So you got a pharmaceutical company that is willing to be corrupt and fucking kill a bunch of people because it doesn't care. Kind of like the cars and shit. If you got a total recall and it's just going to kill that many people and you're fine with it, that's fine. That's cool. You take the suits. And no one's going to sue anyway. Because you can't. Because there's no liability. They made it specifically clear. So now now it's like letting a pedophile watch your child, and if he fucks your kid, you can't even say anything. You signed a deal that says if you let this pedophile watch your kid and he fucks him, no liability. And you still took the chance of letting this pedophile in to fuck your kids. Now, I know what you're saying. You can't use extreme examples to prove a point. Because how dare you? I have straight fucking audacity up in here to talk extremes to prove an example. I'll try not to, man. I don't know. I'm a fucking badass up in here. Woo woo. Pedophiles. I love pharmapedos. Up in here, I would like if I could get a pharmaceutical technician that was a pedophile and get them to take 30 minutes alone with my child to convince him to be vaccinated. I think that would be a perfect combination. That's what you should do. It seems like it would be unheard. We need to be rehabilitating these pedos, and what a perfect time when the medical system is in a shambles. We need more and more. We need more people to hand out vaccines. So we need to put these pedos in those pharmaceutical roles, specifically for children, because we're trusting criminals now. So fuck it. Get them out there. Vaccine 12 and under. Fuck it. That's how we got to roll. Speaking of 12 and under, the Pfizer's came out today or a couple days ago. They can't even get their approval for their fucking boosters. Can't even get it. Pfizer was like one of the first fucking ones. Can't even get FDA approval for their fucking boosters. Why? Why? Little to no safety data. Little to no safety data. What? How has it been going on this long and you don't even have your safety data sheets? It's almost like it was bullshit. Like you weren't keeping track because it didn't matter. Because you had no liability anyway. So it's like, well, we don't really need to keep track, do we? The government's like, well, kind of nice, wouldn't it? And they're like, well, we didn't. And they're like, oh, can you make some up over the next month or so? And we'll come back to this. And they're like, oh yeah, we could probably fucking throw something together. Guaranteed in the last couple weeks, they throw something together and all of a sudden they got fucking perfect safety data and now they can do it. Weird. I betcha. I'm just guessing. But I betcha. Because that's the way things roll. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know. I don't eat cookies. My body's a temple, bro. I don't put shit in it. Too fucking hardcore. That's why I don't get sick. No, you say that, I say that, and I'm gonna get fucking sick, so I won't say it. I get sick. I was sick last year, COVID. Haven't been really sick since. I've had sniffles and fucking stuff like that, runny noses, probably allergies. I've had a headache. No fevers of any kind this year. I might have had it again. Who knows? I got a buddy. He's getting his fucking antibody test. I'm like, fuck. I want an antibody test. So I got to figure this out as if I can go and get an antibody test. If I can just get my doctor to refer me. If I can get my doctor to refer me, I'm in. In like Flint. And then that's what's going to happen is I get an antibody test, okay? I get an antibody test. I don't care what that level is. Even if it shows me 0 antibodies. Because that's what it shows. I think. I don't know. It's positive or negative. But it's traces. Then I get a baseline. I want the baseline of where I'm at. Even if it's 0. And then check again and like, well, we're at entry level COVID season right now. September. Entry level COVID season, right? So, if I can get a fucking baseline entry level COVID season, then in about 3 months, say January, when we're peak COVID season, probably already had it because I always get sick at Christmas time, so I'll probably get COVID again at Christmas and die. Hope not. Family needs me. If I go, they're fucked. I need one of you guys to step up and take care of them. I don't care who it is. Probably the richest one of you all is. But figure it out. Just draw sticks and stones. I don't know, man. If I die at Christmas, one of you has to. That's the way it goes. You've been listening to this long enough. It's on a contract. That's it. If you listen to that statement right now, you basically just audioly signed a contract that you'll take care of my fucking family if I go. That's the way it goes. So, I might get sick, might not. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my bestest. I'm going to start taking my vitamin D again, my vitamin D, because I wasn't taking it because it was summer and I was outdoors all the motherfucking time. Now it's not summer. I'm not outdoors all the time. I'm going to start taking it again. Gotta take it. Gotta get my fucking not sick on. Get my antibody test. It's 3 months. See if I got fucking antibodies. If I do, say if I didn't in September and I do in January, but I didn't feel sick anywhere in between, guess what? I got COVID again. And I didn't even know it, which is happening quite often. But they're not telling you that because they don't want you to fucking figure that out, that your immune system actually works on its own. God forbid that it works on its own. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a fucking, you should do it too. Get a baseline. You might already have antibodies. Imagine if you thought you never had COVID and then you went for an antibody test, which you can pay if you don't want to, if the doctor doesn't fucking want to give it to you for free, you can pay. You can go to any lab here and get it from 80 to 120 bucks. And then you can figure out your baseline. And what if you went in and you never had COVID? You were never proven for COVID. You never had any downtime in the last couple of years. You weren't sick at all. And then you get your antibody test and it's like, burp, positive. And you're like, what the fuck? And you're like, yeah, positive. And you're like, so I had it and I beat it? And my immune system was so good it didn't even notice? And they're like, yep. And you're like, whoa. That makes me think twice about a vaccine then. A vaccine that I have no idea about. It's almost like they should be giving more people antibody tests and less people vaccines. Wouldn't that make more sense? Right. But the vaccine makes money and the antibody test costs money. Right. Oh, okay. So we're not so much about being preventive of health as we are about making the money. Of course, because, if we were about making health and stuff, there is preventative measures that many doctors and health professionals have talked about, like the ivermectin and zinc and vitamin D and being obese and overeating and all that nonsense. It just helps. Imagine if they started talking about that. The ivermectin thing is fucking hilarious. Because everyone's like, you're taking horse dewormer. And I'm like, it's been around 40 years. 40 years. It's won a Nobel Prize. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Like, this is literally the disinformation you're talking about on Facebook. You're spreading disinformation and people are taking horse dewormer. Apparently, there's been stories about this horse dewormer shit and apparently some news broadcasters put out stories about this horse dewormer shit and people getting sick off it. Apparently, there has been not one of those stories true. All of them have been proven fake. Look it up. Look it up. I'm not going to fucking look it up for you. But apparently so. Because it is almost extremely hard to have a toxic dose, apparently, on ivermectin. Is apparently, from what doctors say. Not from me. Because I'm a fucking retard. I wouldn't know. Imagine me knowing how ivermectin is going to affect someone. No, I don't know this. Someone told me. Someone told me that it's been around for 40 years. Someone told me. Not someone. Many people have told me that not only did it win a Nobel Prize, it's on the WHO's recommended list of like off-label drugs to be used in a type of crisis like this. So if there was a crisis, a pandemic, they have a list of drugs that are like used for a wide variety of things. And so during those times, they'd be like, oh, if it's virus, you can use these things. Try these things because they have a wide variety of uses. Guess what's on that list? Ivermectin. Guess who put it on that list? The WHO. Shh. You can't talk about that though. Shh. People will think you're fucking anti-vax. What? Yeah, you can't talk about a drug that actually works for many viruses, including like the Zika virus. What? Yeah, they only used it widely. Japan has been using it widely, doing very well. India also using it, doing well. Well, the provinces that were using it. Some don't. Some don't. So it would have been nice if Alberta would have stood up and be like, you know what? fuck that, fuck this, and told people the actual truth. Be like, hey, fat fucks, listen up. You're at the greatest risk with the old people. You need to get to a gym. And instead of closing all the gyms, we are now going to support the gyms so more people can actually get to them. So more people can actually have a healthy life. We're going to support healthier foods. Maybe tax the shittier foods. I'm not in for taxes, but I mean, hey man, if you're going to fuck over society, let's do it in a good way. So tax the shitty foods and give us breaks on the good ones. Wow. You imagine what that would look like. You imagine what kind of government that would look like if you fucking promoted fitness, actually bought in. Who was it? I think Rogan actually says it. I know, Rogan. Oh, Rogan. Oh, he must know everything. No, but he talks to some pretty smart fucking people. And he said the only way government would get into gyms is if they actually bought into them and made money off them. Okay? Nothing's stopping them. Do that then. Do that then. They want to be fucking socialist anyway. Well, then buy the gyms and make them government run. And then give them to people or fucking whatever. Charge cheap price, charge much money, whatever. But recommend it. Recommend the shit out of it. Once you own it, they're going to want to recommend it, right? Because they own it. They're going to make money. That's what you gotta convince government to buy gyms. Commie gyms. Those will be the hardest motherfucking gyms around. Because you're just going to have like concrete weights and shit. I'm just saying. As always. Anyways. I've ranted on long enough. I don't even know. The election's over. I just hope you voted. I don't really care which way. If you vote liberal, that's cool, man. Hopefully you see all your values come true. If you vote fucking Green Party, same thing. Hopefully all your values come true. I'm sure each one of them individually got some good values, but this election wasn't about all those other ones. It was just about mainly COVID and apparently, I don't know, some other things. I don't know, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit that fucking bell over here. Ring a ding a ding it. YouTubies. Leave comments on the podcast. Hit me up on Instagram. Leave me messages. Send me kissy faces. I don't give a fuck. I'm out.